So one of the things that we're celebrating on Halloween is our ancestors. So I talk a lot about generational trauma, ancestral trauma, epigenetics. I'm editing a pretty long essay. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I read the beginning of it here on TikTok. It's on trauma as seismic waves in the body and basically chronic illness and somatic injuries, which is where you have psychological issues, you store it in your body, and it manifests as a health issue. And I suggested that if we are emotionally traumatized by physical trauma, then what if we're physically traumatized by emotional trauma? So anyway, I wanted to talk about ancestors, though, with Halloween. I've seen it here on the internet, so it's not original, but I can't remember who to cite. But I'm going to say this. If you have ancestral trauma, if you have things that you're working on, there are tools in your genes as well as that trauma. And I would also say that in general, one of the functions and waveforms of life on Earth is that genes will pop up that need resolution and alchemy, but they also pop up with tools. So you're not alone, and Halloween is one of the days where we honor our ancestors who have fought and died for our right to exist and express ourselves. So we should be giving honor to that, especially tonight. You don't necessarily need to do any rituals or open yourself to anything that you can't handle right now, because God knows we're going through enough. But keep in mind that you are love, that there are generations upon generations of people who loved each other and made love, and sometimes those were the same people and sometimes not, as gory as that is, but you exist, and whatever issues you're going through, there are tools from both your ancestors and the earth. And one of the cool things is that we can create new skills epigenetically. If we have trauma epigenetically, we also, once we resolve it, can create new tools for the generations to come. So we don't need to be all sad and spooky. We can be. Today's certainly the day for it, but we also need to remember, as the internet says, it's not just trauma from your ancestors, there's also tools. So have a wonderful night, everyone.